Hi everyone, Des Adams with the next section of The Magic of Thinking Big by David Schwartz. And David is actually, I've called this section What's Your Excuse? And David actually spent a whole chapter on, he calls it Excusitis, the failure disease. And there's four common forms of this. The first one is people saying, oh, but my health isn't good. So what he suggests is to be grateful your health is as good as it is and refuse to talk about your health. Remind yourself it's better to wear out than rust out. I like that. And I mean, it is, I suppose the weather and people's health are probably the two most talked about things when people get into casual conversation. So he stresses, don't dwell on your health, just try and be as healthy as you can and don't use it as an excuse for not taking action. The second one of the common forms of excusitis is a lot of people think that they don't have the brains to succeed. In other words, they don't have the intelligence to pull it off. But many, many millions of people have proven this to be so wrong. I think because we underestimate the power, our own brain power, and overestimate what other people's brain powers are. So what's important, of course, is how much you use what you've got. The thinking that guides your intelligence is much more important than how much intelligence you have. And he suggests to remind yourself daily, my attitudes are more important than my intelligence. That's a wonderful phrase to say daily. And remember, also he mentions, remember stickability is vital and accounts for about 95% of your ability. So sticking to the job at hand and being consistent and persistent can overcome any so-called lack of brains. And Einstein taught us a valuable lesson. He felt it was vital to use your mind to think rather than be a storehouse of facts. And Henry Ford was very, very successful at his business, and he once said, what I want around me are people who can solve problems, who can think up ideas, people who can dream, and then develop the dream into a practical application. And Henry Ford actually surrounded himself with, most of the time, about 50 people, which he continually tapped in as part of his mastermind group. So he proved beyond doubt, it's important to know how to tap into knowledge rather than just continually accumulate a huge number of facts. The third one, and this is a big one, seeing I'm in my 70s now, age excusitis. Defeat this by refusing to let it hold you back. Whether you feel you're too young or too old, it is your attitude to age that makes it a blessing or a barrier. And that is a very, very common one. You find a lot of people, as even like I was listening on the radio, someone said, they mentioned, a soccer player, that's right. He said, he's approaching 35, he's getting too old. And I thought to myself, wow, getting old at 35. But I suppose with the sports, with so much strain on your body. So yeah, definitely don't use age as an excuse. And there are many people in salesvision who are in that group, and they love to take forward a new challenge. Doesn't matter what age you are. And the final one here he mentions, which this is also a powerful one. And when people say, but I'm different, I attract bad luck. Remember, there is a cause for everything. Don't count on luck to progress your life. Instead, concentrate on developing the qualities that will make you a winner. Usually preparation, planning, and creative success thinking preceded people's apparent lucky situation. Isn't that so true? You know, a lot of people, they see people getting very successful and they think, oh, it must have been, you know, he's so lucky, you know, he wakes up every morning and makes, you know, millions of dollars, and, you know, nothing could be further from the truth. Most people spend years developing, and then it appears as though they've had luck along the way. Yeah, luck does play a small part, but it's certainly you wouldn't want to rely on it. So that's a chapter on excusitis, and I think it's a very, very important one, because until you know, people realise that those things could be holding you back, it's important to get on top of them and not use that as an excuse for not going ahead with whatever you're, you know, trying to succeed at. So I hope you enjoyed those tips, very valuable ones, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Okay, bye for now. All the best, and thank you for watching the video. Bye.